For part one, we are currently trying to send to host 2 with at least 80 characters long, and as you can see here, we create some send events multiple times, and we also have a sleep function to make sure that it does not quit before everything is sent, and we join all threads, and then we have a print statement confirming that they were all joined, and then when we run it, you'll see that it was correctly sent to host 2 with the message, and we get the print statement at the bottom. For part 2, we'll be looking at packets that need to be segmented, and as you can see here, we have some variables to set to check for different lengths that we chose to do in simulation 2. And while we scroll down here to the UDT send, we also call a split packets function, which essentially checks, it's a helper function that checks for packets that need to be segmented, which are later sent out. And otherwise, if not, we just send them. For the receive, it's when a packet has been sliced and turned into bytes, and it is displayed. Which now we can check here for simulation 2 that it does break it into segments. And then we get at the end, we get a all simulation threads have been joined, which we can check here, and we see that we did set this one to 30, the maximum transmission unit. For part 3, the focus is forwarding packets with multiple routes based on routing tables. And right here, we create our routers and hosts, and afterwards, we create the topology for the network by linking them all together, and then we start them up. And then once they're running, it passes through the router constructor, which we will go into network 3 and check that out. And when we get into router 3, what we're essentially doing is searching for all possible paths in the forward function, seeing where the packet can go from where it's at currently. And then in here, we configure forwarding packets from host 1 to router B and host 2 to router C. And then here we run it. And when we check this, it starts all the hosts and routers, and it sends it in between them with print statements showing that it is, and then we close them all, and we have all threads with each simulation joined.